Josie, unfortunately our 6-game unbeaten run has come to an end tonight with a 1-0 defeat to Scarborough at home. What's your take on how it played out?
Well, obviously we're disappointed with the result, but not the performance. I think if you're watching from the stand, or anybody watching on the TV will probably say that we were the better team for the majority of the game. Definitely had the majority of the possession. In horrific conditions at the beginning of the game, they did start a bit brighter than us. Once we got to grips with it, again a little bit like the Shields game, again the lads showing good adaptability, great attitudes to come through that. But then a little mistake, they punish us for it. And we didn't quite have the cutting edge in the first half. We didn't quite obviously get our chances and get our shots off. So half time we had a little bit of a conversation. They've gone out in the second half, and Scarborough changed a little bit. They sat in a little bit deeper, went to a bit more of a counter attack. But we pushed them back and we created enough opportunities. And I know they could have scored on the break when Rutledge has gone round down and put it wide. But then immediately we have a chance at the other end to equalise. So, look, on the balance of the game, I'm really proud of the way that they've played and the opportunities we created and the run finishes. But Saturday's an opportunity to start again.
As you said, the weather played a huge factor in terms of maybe getting up to scratch with how you'd want to execute a game plan in terms of how you want the team to play. But progressing on into the game, do you feel like the lads sort of hit that standard? I know you mentioned you're really happy with the performance, but do you feel like the lads hit that standard going back at Gloucester and previous games?
I think they did it even in the weather. I think at the start of the game was more probably around their shape and the way they started. Thought they started really bright, and we had to weather that a little bit. But there's a reason that they're third in the league. They play an effective style of football with some good footballers. So, I'm not going to hold that against the lads. The big thing for me is when that happens, which it does happen in this league, that we see those moments through and come out the other side playing our way. Which in some of the worst weather I've seen, we still played some unbelievable stuff. There was a spell in the first half where I think we kept the ball for well over a minute. Trying to probe, trying to find it, trying to play our way. And that never changed for the rest of the game. We carried on playing our way. We have a way of doing it, and we won't deviate from that. That's just going to be us. And the lads not just hit heights. I said to them in there, the way that they adapted to Scarborough, the way that Scarborough altered some of their things, but yet we found new ways to get down the sides or to come through the middle. It must be a bit of a nightmare to play against us sometimes, because the lads we've got some excellent footballers. I think they have hit some very good standards tonight. On another night we would have scored 2 or 3. I've just talked in there. JJ Hooper has a header. He catches it too well and the keeper saves it. Cookie gets in a great position, volleys it. If he doesn't catch it so sweet, it goes in. Harry Gardner, back stick, scores that usually, but he's in there again. We've flashed balls across. We've had shots from everywhere. We've really pinned them in, and on another night we do get a goal or another 2. So I'm really pleased with what they've done.
Moving on to Saturday, as you say, it's a chance to bounce back and get some more points on the board. What sort of element do you take away from today in which we want to progress on? Obviously the sort of the final touches in the final third and hitting the back of the net, but is that the ultimate element in which you think can be taken from today's and improved on?
Look, we can improve every game. We've talked all season about the difference in age in our squad and how thin it is at times, and the depth that we don't really have. So I'm going to keep trusting them. I'm going to keep relying on them, and they know that. They know that I trust them, and we have to all improve. Regardless, I even said before today's game, we're on a 6-game unbeaten run, playing some great stuff, scoring goals. And the point was, can we improve again tonight? And at times, I believe that we have shown glimpses of things that are getting better. Some of our defending, some of our last-ditch stuff, some of our team patience in defensive shape has been excellent. Something that you probably could say that hasn't been good at times this season. At the other end, we've gone and created unbelievable amounts of opportunities. Some nights they just don't go in. So the message is we'll have a little look at Warrington. We'll have we've played against them. I've been involved in a lot of games against them. We've played against them a couple of times already this season, and I know Bees quite well. I know how they like to play, so we'll have another look at them, and we'll try and improve on our performances both with and without the ball, as we will every week. We'll have a good training session Thursday, and hopefully we come back here on Saturday and give it our very best shot at starting a new winning run.
And just a final shout out going to Pete Henderson for all the excellent work he's done throughout the weekend today and helping to get the game on, and to the 608 that came out and braved the weather and got behind the lads as well.
Yeah, look, you know, this club's already kind of shown me that it's an unbelievable community place, that everybody involved within the football club and around the football club just wants the best, and they work hard and tirelessly, voluntary, a lot of it, and even the lads that are inside the football club, and you know, they just do everything. Peter was here at 7 o'clock this morning, I think, forking the pitch ready for the weather we were going to have, and he's worked unbelievably well. For the referee didn't even question it, just walked out there and went, yeah, it's fine. And then as the game went on, you know, there was still no puddles appearing, so yeah, you know, Peter's done unbelievable. And yeah, the fans, it's a tough night. Usually you would see quite a distinct drop, but we know what they're like, especially those lads down at the bottom end and around the ground. You know, they've cheered the lads off after a defeat, which, you know, does mean a lot, and we do appreciate that. And again, like, if they can be here again on Saturday, it'll help us, no doubt.